our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran. Now, I'm more militant and more militaristic than the president. I believe in strength. But to start a war in order to get elected, and I believe that's going to happen, would be an outrage.
I'm Mark.
I'm Rich.
And we are effing over that pile of garbage.
That's a little
the
tame.
lies that spew out of his mouth. The lies that spew out. I'm trying to start taming. I phrased it different before we started the episode.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's just keep rolling. Who cares?
I don't know. I mean, I think it gets my point across. Just tired of letting him bother me, though. But I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. You know,
Right.
Like, just I can't seeing any of the news and stuff this week after seeing that garbage. Like, that just emphasizes how full of crap this guy is. And he's always been, and that whole side is now because it's a cult. Because the people who claim to be the patriots of America and pro-veteran just send our kids to war with no congressional approval, and the people against the will of the people.
Right.
Specifically.
Yeah, he was mad about the vote to stop it the other day. What day was that? Do you remember? I don't remember now.
Yeah, well, they keep attempting, but the cult worshippers in the Congress and the House aren't going to let it happen because they don't have an opinion. They just have to follow daddy. Look at Marco Rubio this week. Couldn't even admit that his shoes were too big that were gifted by Trump. Like the fake, like, loss of reality that they will just deny blatantly and gaslight to your face, deny reality just to serve their career because they know that he's dangling it over them. It's not even that they believe his bullshit. No one does.
They're going to start pivoting away. They have no choice but to start pivoting away. But they're not going to win the midterms. Yeah, it's hilarious how this strong man, our military is the strongest, we're alpha males, blah, blah, blah. And yet Iran is playing a totally different game, a totally different headspace.
Oh, like having a strategy and going at where they know they're going to hurt us. They don't have to kill our people to hurt us.
Right.
They know what is really going to affect the people in power in this country because they don't give a fuck if we die, obviously.
Right.
They're going to send us to war to die.
Right.
Because where they're really going to feel it is where they're hitting them.
Right.
Is the wallet.
And that's my point, is that was exactly my point. They're playing a smart game, something that uses their brains, something that doesn't really spend a lot of money because they don't have a lot of money in comparison. And so if you're smarter, you win. I thought we learned this in World War II with Turing breaking the Enigma code, with developing, using our scientists and our brain to develop weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, but that was the British. Not really. He was British.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
but I don't know if it was necessarily our military. But we instantly forgot it. Look at Vietnam. Guerrilla warfare kicks our ass every time.
And we're the ones that implemented it to beat the British here. That's how we beat the Brit. We stopped lining up and just letting them.
Right.
Yeah.
We used it and forgot it instantly. Right. Great point.
We did it.
That's how we won the American Revolution.
Right.
Yeah. The French helped.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I mean, money and backing, that's what wins wars. That's why the South didn't win,
Yeah.
But
you do eventually need it. Yeah. Because that's the thing is, you need money and backing because you can be squeezed out and muscled and bullied, just outlasted.
Right.
Which is the strategy now
of Iran
for corporations. Like, it's the corporate greed using the law to squeeze out the little guy because they know it's Trump's strategy every time. That's why he's such a successful con man.
Right.
Is because he knows he can deny reality, deny. And when there's no proof, when you just deny reality, there's no admission, no guilt.
Right.
So you'll always settle in court when you will not you will not deal with reality ever.
Right.
And until somebody has a surefire case, but even when you have a surefire case, that's what they use. They make it to where they're going to use law tactics, like corrupt lawyers that are going to flood you with paperwork. I forget what it's called, but like legal bombing,
Right.
paperwork bombing,
Yeah, yeah.
where lawyers send so much evidence, like it's impossible to go through it all in time.
Right.
And then you have the court day, and then you have you have to extend the court day, and then you're paying attorneys,
Right.
because they have the corporate attorneys paid for, so they can just wait you out.
Yeah.
And they do it every time. And that's become, instead of the con man at the top who's gotten to the top, now it's become the norm in corporations.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's the same tactic Iran's using towards us. They're like, we'll just cut off the strait. We'll cut off all the fertilizer. We'll cut off all these things. It will not only hurt you, it'll hurt the rest of the world. And you can be as strong and as tough as you want to be, Mr. Strong, tough man.
Yeah.
But because we're sending people with PhDs to negotiate, and you're sending real estate freaking people who
that are just denying reality, right? Like the Iranian leaders know what it's going to take for us to actually succeed.
Right.
Whereas our leaders are just going to succeed in their mind with zero planning or actual forethought.
Right.
Or actually trying, like looking at your enemy as an equal, or like you have to someone to be strategize against, because they are.
Right.
You know, like
they are equals in the sense of when you sit down at the table, and you have to treat them with that respect in order to get somewhere. It's a give and take.
Exactly.
You know, and he's not that fucking brilliant to be able to give and take. He thinks he can just take, use everything. I'll just bomb more shit. Okay, well, you haven't. You've been threatening and you haven't done it. In fact, today, Iran struck a oil facility in Oman, which was a neutral partner that usually gets us to the table with these people. You know, they help facilitate neutrality, and they just took another 1 million barrels off the market today. Yeah. And they're
not hitting military bases.
No.
Right. They're hitting oil fields.
Yeah.
That we're barely squeaking by.
Right.
Because they know that's what's really our problem right now, is the Strait of Hormuz and not getting the fuel. You know?
Right. Well, and they're going to hit everything that's able to get it around the Strait of Hormuz now, which is what they're doing. There was no reason for him to strike them, period. They have, if they were such a threat, why has nobody been in a shelter order since we've started the war? Because Iran can't get a missile to us?
Have we ever been attacked other than individual terrorist cells and things?
9/11
like, have we ever actually had a military attack on American soil? No. Pearl Harbor, exactly.
Yeah. Pearl Harbor and 9/11.
That's the Japanese. That's the closest possible
right.
to Hawaii that you can get. You know?
Right. Not
literally the other side of the planet.
Right.
And with global surveillance now, like we can tell when they fucking fart, let alone ship something our direction or launch something our direction.
Yeah, they're not.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think Pearl Harbor could happen again, but you never know. You know, things do happen. There is human error. I'm not going to say never because anything's impervious.
It's like
if man builds it,
right,
man can
like
tear
they
it
can
down.
get through. But I don't know though. Honestly, it's something to that level of Pearl Harbor with the surveillance that we have levels now. I really don't like. It would be so hard for something to actually get through without warning, or
some guy falls asleep at the control board at midnight. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. I can't say it's not.
That's what I'm saying. Human error. You know, it's It's. I'm just saying. Just saying.
It would take a lot, though.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like it's a little less.
Much.
It's a little less, you know.
The only thing is like what is guerrilla warfare?
Right.
It's the terrorist cells and stuff that do get through are just impossible to completely stop.
Did you ever?
Did you ever
wake up going, "Oh my God, Iran"? like any day of your life.
No,
Like,
no, no.
I'm just saying that for the people that are like, but they're a problem.
Yeah.
It's like they weren't a problem. Like, have you had to shelter in place since we started because they're launching missiles at us?
No.
So if they can't
It's
even
not
get
something Americans experience.
if
right.
you can't even get a missile over to us, how are you going to deliver, a nuclear weapon to us? To be able to deliver that, you'd have to have the missile first. Well, if they had the missile, they would have used it by now, because they would have strategically tried to go after one specific place here in Florida. Is where they would have tried to hit.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I know we won't be too mad at that, but I mean, I'm just kidding. But
I mean, I don't want it to happen.
Then, that just goes to show how full of shit he was from the start, because he obliterated their nuclear program. His words.
Yeah.
And this was recent, since he's been president.
Yeah, him and Hank said last June, we obliterated it. Okay. No, you didn't. Like, yeah, it'll take them a little bit longer because they have to dig back out the facilities, but they weren't even trying. It was against the law when it came to their previous leader. I forget his name now. The previous, you know what I'm trying to say. He made it against the law for them to do any nuclear weapons. He's like, we will not build them. It's like, I'm making it against the law. Because he was trying to take all that off the table. Are they a problem? Yeah, with the Houthis and everything else. We're not running down the road of like, we're trying to stick up for Iran, because we're not. But at the same time, there is no reason for my gas to be as much as it is right now. Anybody's gas and the fertilizer and the food and the diesel and everything else that's going to cause. We should not have this problem.
No, yeah. It's like, no one's defending the Iranian government.
No.
There's global politics. You don't just bomb whoever you want to.
Right.
For other countries.
Right.
We don't want war with Iran. Another country does.
Right.
Another leader does.
Right.
And that leader has our leader's ear, because our leaders are dumb narcissists that will literally kowtow to whoever's in front of them who has actual power.
Right. Yeah, he did it in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll just succumb like a beta bitch to any real power, because that's what he actually wants. And he wants to fake it here.
Right.
I mean, money is power here, and he knows how to con people into money. So he's got power, and he dangles it and holds power over people, and only has people around him that benefit him, and makes people know that. So the only people that can stick around him can never make him look bad, and can never deny him, never call out his bullshit. He can say a flat out lie to your face, and they will not say anything. It's a cult. Like,
they'll double down. It makes them look like
they'll double down.
It's hilarious how much they talk about masculinity and, the alpha and all that shit, when all of that behavior is the most beta shit I've ever seen in my life. And I hate that. I hate both those terms, because they're just dumb. It's just knuckle dragging, mouth fly catching verbiage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The science behind it is flawed now too. They're realizing that like wolf packs even don't have that system of alpha beta like that. They're family units.
Right.
Like it's like that science behind that isn't cut black and white.
Right.
And we use it like, because we just love black and white statements like that, especially they do.
This country we do. Yeah. It just like, and I was, when you were just talking about that, I was just thinking about when you were telling me to watch the Vikings. What was that, last week or the week before? Right. And they've found quite a few female Viking tombs, or not tombs, but burial sites where they were warriors, and the female Vikings led a lot of these, a lot of their societies, why the males were gone, and even why the males were there. They were just part of it. Like, there was no like alpha male, we run it type deal. You know what I mean? It just, So many of those
Yeah.
older
No, they depict
societies.
that. One of the best characters in that show is a woman warrior queen, like
Yeah,
badass. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, and even from modern history, World War II with Russia and women, like women are very much a useful battlefield soldier,
I think the
like,
most prolific sniper during World War II was a Russian female,
yeah,
if I remember
right.
correctly.
Was up there or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like they're
I
prominent,
think,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause marksmanship, why would squeezing, why is this motion, why do you need anything strength
right.
more than anybody else or,
Oh, all I got was female Russian and sniper auto-populated. Yeah, so I mean, yeah,
no, yeah, they're prominent. Like, and even, we have American soldiers that are women today, but I don't feel like,
her nickname was
I don't
Lady
know.
Death
They're on,
because she was so prolific. 309 kills confirmed from her during World War II.
dang, heck yeah, crazy.
I can't pronounce her name, but
Yeah, that's mind blowing.
she was born in Ukraine and died in Moscow. So let's not get into Ukraine right now. Although they're kicking Russia's ass.
I mean, but did you see that Russia was sending drones to help Iran
yeah,
counter drone attacks to their city? So now Russia's joining the war effort for Iran. So are we going to back Ukraine legitimately
no,
now? Yeah.
no,
No, because whose side are we actually on with that?
right. The new Turkey prime minister, I think that's what he's called in Turkey, the one that got out, that just got Viktor Orban, took over for Viktor Orban. He
Yeah.
rescinded
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff. He's actually sending aid and money now to Ukraine. He freed up all that
Ukraine.
stuff
Nice.
that
Heck yeah.
Orban had been suppressing or not
Or like
allowing to
stop.
happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, that's. Yeah, all these tough men, they all end up because you don't elevate anybody that can help you figure out problems, massive problems like this, when all you have is a bunch of yes men. Because if it's not what you want, they're
You're
not going
cutting
to tell
out.
you. Oh, am I?
Yeah, a little bit. You were earlier a little bit too, but I don't know. We can power through.
All right. They're not going to tell you like you need to do X, Y, and Z if it's against what you want, if that's the reality of what you need to happen, because you're so thin-skinned and a baby that you can't handle anything that goes against what you
Yeah, you
believe.
deny reality.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So how are you going to deal with real problems when you can't even face them?
He's going to set up a UFC fight on this front lawn and show how masculine he is? I don't know.
Which he said they might be permanent now.
What?
Just the trailer trash on the front lawn. The UFC arena is going to be permanent in front of the White House. He I think, was joking, but who the fuck knows?
Are you kidding me?
No, he said it like a joke, but
That's
they might just leave it at. It's like leaving the beat up car in the front lawn, like the trailer trash that's become the White House.
oh my.
The gold,
God.
the trash gold plated. It's just tacky as hell, man. Gold is not fancy looking to me. I'm sorry.
No.
Like a lot of gold looks tacky. It's like it's like you're saying, kind of the wannabe tough guy. He's the wannabe fancy guy.
That's so 80s.
Like he doesn't know what actually is fancy. It's so like, yeah, it is. Yeah, I guess it was like in fashion in the 80s
Yeah,
more.
that's so 80s. It's like, dude, you haven't moved
It's just
on.
gaudy and like,
Yeah, it's gross.
yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. It does look like it's spray paint from Home Depot. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It just looks like even real gold looks like fake imitation gold, cheap
Right.
gold. Like,
I mean, I've been in some pretty impressive houses. So if it's done right, but you have to do it right and you have to do it limited.
yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Like,
If you're doing accents,
I could see that. Right. Like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it looks really nice,
Right.
I'm sure. Right.
Yeah.
But he just throws it up and throws up on everything.
That
Yeah.
was going to be my verbiage. Vomits
Everything's
it
gold.
everywhere.
Vomits it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my verbiage.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, because he's just like everything, put it up everywhere.
Well, I guess if
You're
Obama,
like,
go on. Sorry.
oh no, what you're saying?
I guess if Obama did start the war in Iran, we would have known that it wouldn't have been a very favorable. So it was a good thing he was smart enough not to do it.
If only we could go back in time and have Obama just fake like he was going to do half the shit Trump's done.
Just fake it, just to fuck with
Yeah.
Fox News and Newsmax.
Well, like, I wonder what all these war hawks and everything that are all for it now, what would Lindsey Graham say if Obama flipped the idea of going to war with Iran?
Right.
How they would have been like, the souls of the troops, we can never, they do not respect the lives and the souls of our troops. It's like, I can hear it now.
Well, Bush got to Iran. Bush got to Iran when he was in Iraq, and he turned around. He was like, "Nope, not doing that one."
Right, because he saw a real threat. And I was like, "Oh,
well, he saw that
this is a quagmire of problems,
Yeah.
like in oil, like right, yeah."
They saw the Strait of Hormuz.
He listened to the intelligence agencies,
right,
who told him
right,
that if you start this is going to be you're going to bat the wasp's hornet's nests, and we're never going to, like, I don't know how the fuck we're going to put it back together. Like, it's not going to go back together.
And how bad is it?
And he listened.
And how bad is it? Is that Bush was smarter than you?
It's insane how, if only, like, we could go back in time and look at ourselves and be like, bro, it's going to get so much worse. It's going to get so much worse.
I mean, we knew how it was going to be. Back to the Future told us. He's Biff Tannen.
Literally.
Biff.
Like, based on him. Like,
Right. Well, I only said it because you said
100%.
going back in time. So I was like, yep, it's Back to the
But
Future.
it's true.
Yeah.
No, they based the character off of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Marty, I went back to 1955 and gave Donald Trump's dad a condom. I saved us all.
there you go. All right. That's funny. Yeah, it's like the Deadpool with him going back in time to baby Hitler. It's like, ooh, this is harder than I thought.
Is it though? Would it be?
I mean, but I like your idea. Hey, put the condom on his dad. Like,
Right.
yeah, just make him shoot in the shower that day.
Yeah. Give his mom an ambient. Something.
Yeah, right. Oh, I don't think that would have stopped his dad, though. Sad to say, runs in the family. Seems.
Give his dad the ambient.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Slip him a Mickey. Is that what they called it back in the
Convicted,
day?
dude. Like, the what?
Slip him a Mickey. Isn't that what they called it back in the day?
Oh, right. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure they did. That seems to be like the stuff coming out with these politicians, all Trump appointed, every one of them.
Right.
They're all have a history of statutory or just blatant grape. But, you know, like, oh, you can? Yeah.
Yeah.
do that.
We'll leave that in. I don't care.
So, yeah, if they flag us, you know, well, but I kind of hate this way of dancing, like the way we have to dance around words like that, because we can't talk reality, though. You know, it's like we have to delegitimize the words in a sense, you know, but I guess it's.
I get it, because then you don't want people out there glorifying it like you would
Right.
the
Yeah, I guess.
the
right.
brosphere and how they do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they still do it without saying it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anyways, beside the point. But, you know, but look at him convicted, though, of it in civil court. I love how they like to distinguish that. But convicted of it, our president, and all of his appointees, was it Paxton?
Yeah, Paxton's been a
Was that other guy that he even talked to the judge for and defended
yeah.
the story of the guy with his son's friend that he was for years and got 30 days in prison because Ken Paxton, or, is it Ken Paxton?
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
Ken Paxton. Yeah.
Got him off by talking to the judge because
Mm-hmm.
boys of a feather,
Yeah.
like it's like they don't even hide it anymore. And it's they almost brag about it. And like, or it's this boys club of predators that you're not a man unless you are. And they defend each other and get each other out of prison. And these are the guys running our country now.
He's pardoned so many drug dealers, crypto security frauds, fraudsters.
Party of law and order.
I mean, I think it's been like
And the
20
troops.
J6ers that have gone back to prison now for molesting children. One as early as like 2 weeks ago, or at least he's in jail now. I think he still has to go to court for it. But yeah, I think we're up to like 20 of them. I could be off on the numbers, but it doesn't matter. One is enough.
No, it's what is it? It's like, it's part of it.
Yeah.
It's that mentality. I feel like it's not a bug in the system. It's part of the system. Like, what's that phrase?
That's who he is. Yeah.
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely the feature because that's who he is. That's who he gravitates towards. That's who. And I don't get it, dude. I'd run the other way. I don't care how much money and power you think you got. You don't have anything if that's all you got. And that's all he's got. Plus his tough man persona. But you're getting outsmarted by, everybody. Everybody.
But that's the tough man persona who he's the wannabe dictator who goes to war.
Right.
I mean, he bombs shit just because he can.
Right.
He used the mother of all bombs in his first term, the biggest bomb other than the nuclear bomb, nuclear weapons that the military has. He just used to just
use it
because I forget what it was.
Yeah,
for.
somewhere in the Middle East, I believe, is where it was.
Yeah, right. Somewhere he decided he wanted to go off.
Yeah, Moab. He put off the Moab,
the mother of all bombs. Yeah. Right. So he just is a kid with his army toys and sends them to Iran because he can, even though literally the only, let's go to the reason, because let's say, what is the modus operandi? Who benefits? Cui bono? Who's benefiting from this and how is he benefiting from this? It's the stock market. It's insider trading.
Yeah.
He's manipulating the news, but just by a simple tweet, lying about any negotiations blatantly to everybody, when Iran's saying, what is he talking about? We have not sat down with him.
Right.
And he can just say it.
Right.
Manipulate the market. You see the stocks rise because we think everything's going to get better.
Right.
And then on Monday, when it doesn't actually happen, they sell it on Sunday and it drops again. They know what they're doing, and it's obvious.
Right. That's probably why Iran hit them today. That Oman oil terminal.
And I say, honestly, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, because that's the only thing that's going to hurt them.
Yeah, we're going to cut you out. We'll just cut you out from this week of manipulating it, because we'll just take another 1 million barrels off the market before you go back to playing golf all weekend long. Because you're. I don't know if he even can, because there's rumors of the stroke. He's had a stroke that's going around that's being hushed hush, because that's why he's been back at.
Oh, this is video. Sorry. Wait, what?
I mean, he's already drooling on himself during the middle of Oval Office meetings while he's sleeping.
Marco Rubio denying it so heartily while looking at the pictures and video of him sleeping. Look, poor Marco Rubio. He's really attached. No, I don't. I'm joking when I say that 100%, because this guy actually had a political career with the Republicans and could have really made a run for president.
Right.
And has hitched his wagon so hard that he can't get off.
I heard something today, too, about how the people in South Florida are feeling about the whole Cuba thing right now. They're afraid
Yeah.
that they are actually taking over Cuba so they can deport them all back to Cuba. That's how South Florida's feeling about all that today. And they're their biggest supporters in the state, Republican supporter.
Yeah, Marco Rubio wouldn't be a congressman in Florida without Cuban support.
Right. Because he's
Cuban American.
Right. So, but supposedly that's what's going around in the community down there right now, is that they're afraid, like they're not really seeing this Cuba thing as the liberation that they're trying to.
No, 100% not. Yeah,
You know.
I'm worried too, because like I don't know what they're doing over there.
Right.
Like they're really trying to make it seem like a Venezuela to just invade it, I guess, militarily and make it another little notch on his belt, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, the Cuba stuff scares me because there's like, why, dude? You're just gonna you're already tormenting these people for the last 50, 70 freaking years. Like,
well, we did that
with
too.
embargo, like just, yeah, I know. We've kept them down economically, like, for so long.
Right.
Why? Like, come on. Like, really, what does this gain? Like, have they learned their lesson that we are teaching them for whatever reason that makes us the moral authority?
Right.
That, you know, like,
right.
I don't know. We can get in the history of that, but
Right.
you know, but
well, I mean, their
like,
history is almost the same as Iran's, except for it's not oil like we did for Iran's. I'm just saying, we moved in, we tried to manipulate a bunch of shit, we fucked it all up, and then we turned around and said, "You guys suck." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we just squash their politics that they choose themselves democratically.
right.
We squash it,
right,
and because we don't like that it's too communist
or whatever they're trying to do. Yeah, because all Iran was trying to do was just nationalize their own oil, which they have the right to. It's their own damn country, you know. So, I mean, Fidel came up to New York to meet with. It wasn't Nixon, but Nixon's the one he met with. I forget who the president was at that time. Damn it. Anyways, doesn't matter. He met with Nixon. Nixon is just like, yeah, he's a communist. And then they just treated him like such ever since, and they put sanctions on him, and that's why Cuba is the way it is. So, I mean, I know why they come here 90 miles away, but why do you come here? We're the ones that did it to you to begin with. Really, if you stop to think about it. Same as with Iran. Not sticking up for either.
It's the system we set up.
Yeah, I mean, we're not.
You know,
I'm not,
when they can't do anything or make a buck,
right?
They can come here. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know, but we're the ones that did it to you. We're the real reasons why you're floating 90 miles across the ocean to get here. You know,
right?
You know, so
yeah, no, we're the bad guy in the story for sure.
And in a lot of places like that, and we keep doing it. And that's the story of Iran right now. Like, we went over there and bombed them, and here we are. You know, we killed 180 plus schoolgirls on day one, and we're going to wonder why they're in the streets going, you know, they don't like us,
right?
You know,
yeah, like right. We take down their democratically elected government and enforce their basically like I don't know the word I'm looking for, like just such a strict corrupt government,
right?
That they didn't vote for and want,
right?
And then we wonder why they're pissed off,
right?
And so surprised as to why, like, they have any animosity toward us at all,
right?
And then you have Israel joining the fight and actually blowing them up and killing them.
And land grabbing,
with our bombs.
And land grabbing Lebanon at the same time. For what reason? I don't.
Because they're land grabbing, like, wannabe conquerors, and it's their holy land that was promised to them by their deity in the sky that wrote where that this is your land. You know?
If you believe in a deity in the sky, the whole earth was made by that deity. So says the story.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you worried?
Yeah, no, it's just
about a piece of land the
I know
size of a postage stamp in the grand scheme of the whole earth. You know?
it's I feel like the problem with like society has digressed in a way that I would say where we've regressed spiritually in a sense of where we don't question it. We just believe it. Like we believe like Satanism and the satanic panic and like do you know the Satan's really mentioned in the Bible pretty sparsely and like only in modern history is looked at as such of like villain and like enemy of God. He used to be looked at more as of like a buffoon
Yeah.
and like a foil to God and like just kind of like bad but not like his enemy, you know?
Oh, I got you.
Like only modern history has gotten to where like Satan's coming for you.
Oh, okay.
So you got to join the church. You know,
Right.
it's like weaponized in that
Right.
way.
Well,
Like,
right. Yeah, like I got you. Just like abortion during the time of the Bible, from what I understand, could be wrong. That terminology really was like unwanted children, meaning children sitting in an orphanage. That would they were called aborted children. You know what I
yeah, the
mean? So
church
that's
didn't
for
have
not
like,
the abortion that we're having the conversation with women today. It's not the same terminology. So when it's
no,
used in the
and the
Bible, it
church
doesn't
didn't
mean that.
like, right, and they didn't treat it like they do now
Right.
before, you know, like they understood that there's cases that like it's unwanted and it's terrible and nobody wants this, but you know, rape victims like and things like that, I feel like they were realistic and more than they are now. And that's what I kind of my point from the start is like devolving in spiritualism is just bringing it down to its basis levels and not questioning it, not actually giving it looking at it through a lens of common sense and logic,
Right.
whereas they used to a little more, but you know, there was fanatics so that were crazier than too, so I can't say it was better or anything, but
Yeah, it's always. I feel like
it's just crazy with
it's the
I
cycles.
don't
We're
know.
back in the crazy
Yeah,
cycle, man. Just like we were having like with
right.
the yellow journalism, like we're back in the same cycles. We didn't learn our lesson because people don't, read history at all or watch a really good documentary on it that isn't slanted, that are just facts. You know what I mean? Rather than any type of opinion. You know.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like an informational dark age to where we have so much information we can just pin, you know, like I was saying before, like we just focus on one
right.
avenue of it.
Well, because nobody knows how to, and you're not doing research when you're looking stuff up on the internet. You're just looking stuff up on the internet, you know.
Right.
But it's like they don't even know how to do that. You know, like I said, you got to go deep. You got to look and see who's funding that website. You got to, and it's so
Yeah.
easy to do. Yeah, it takes you 5 more minutes, but it also tells you which way it's going to slant, even if you don't know which way it's going to slant. You know.
But slant because opinion,
Right.
because you know, there's no peer review anything anymore as fact. It's all, well, this person says this and I believe it. And well, off of what? Like, well, where did he get that information? And that's I feel like a kind of pinpointing a big part of the problem in that sense of like people just take somebody saying something as fact now.
Right. It was hilarious when he was first running because it was like, and he would say like, "I know this to be true." It's like, dude, you haven't even been in the government yet. How do you know any of the information you're saying to be true? Nobody's nobody's given you that information yet because you aren't there. You know what I mean? You're not being briefed
Yeah.
on anything that matters. So how can you make that statement rather
And
than
nine
you're just
times out of 10, when he made the statement, he was fact checked to be wrong.
yeah. Well, he was always fact checked to be wrong. But he just, yeah, that's like, so how can you, and you just keep doing it? Like, eventually somebody's going to figure out, I would think, but they just
No, like, but
ran
I feel
for
like
it.
that's his thing. He knows we know he's full of shit.
Rennie does it as a killer.
Call him out on it. And you call him out on it,
Right.
he'd be like, no, bro's off his back, like water off a duck's back.
Right.
And if you work for him, you're out of here.
Right.
Bring in the next guy who's not going to call me out on that shit
Right.
and deny it to my face. He's going to believe it, probably. I don't give a fuck. As long as he does what I say and doesn't call me out on it.
He's lit the whole Republican Party on fire, and he's going to leave it. He's going to definitely nuke it right before he walks out the door, one way or another. He's not going to allow it to stay without him, because it's all been about him, and it's going to continue to be about him even after he leaves.
I'm more worried about our economic system and politics in general, and elections going forward.
What about the election?
Half of the country doesn't believe in real elections anymore.
Oh,
when they lose. Only when they lose. But that's how
yeah, but that's his base, and that was what, 33% that he won, 34%. I know it was 36% did not vote in the last election. You say that, everybody loses their mind. I'm like, it has to be 100% of people that were eligible to vote in order for you to count all those votes up to be a percentage that's proper. And it was 36% that did not vote for either. If did not vote was a candidate, it would have won the presidency.
Right.
So that to me says that both sides need to do something, and that's why we've been kind of railing on the Democrats a little bit harder than the Republicans, because right now y'all are just a lost freaking cause with him in power. Y'all are just psycho MAGA crazy yes men as far as I'm concerned. So the only place we can go to, because it's only a two-party system, is to rail on the Democrats to stop doing dumb shit, or else they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, and you're not going to win, and it's just going to continue to go. And you're going to keep emailing me for donations, and I'm going to keep deleting your shit because you aren't doing anything. You know, you're railing against Plattner. Yes, I know he's had some things coming out lately, but you know what? A young man that fought in the Army, came out, had mental health issues, whatever, what have you. Dude says he's sorry. He's trying to move on. He's trying to do something better. Let him do it. You got to learn. We got to learn too to like forgive and forget, and maybe let people move on, and kind of maybe watch them a little closely. Because whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
nobody's perfect, man. That's the Democratic problem too. Is literally finding any reason to not go with a candidate.
Right.
Too.
Right. What do you want? Susan Collins? It's him or Susan. So pick one. Which one do you want? Doesn't matter. Put up and shut up.
Even, or to the point of like Bernie Sanders, we all wanted Bernie.
Right.
But we found that reason to not go with Bernie.
Right.
We found that he might not win, or
right.
Or whatever establishment thought that it wasn't his turn.
Right.
How long has he been there longer than...
Talarico's doing it right. Offsoft's going to win. They're doing it right. Mondani did it right, and you tried to rail against him. Which way are you going to go? Do you want more Donald? Do you want more MAGA? Or do you want, actual real change and stuff? But I don't know, dude.
Or somebody that works for the people, not
corporations.
A handful of people in corporations, right?
Right.
Who, not their buddies, or...
If everybody doesn't work, this economy does not work. I dare say...
Right.
I dare say they're all so short-sighted. If you actually did come back and re-expand all of this, just imagine how much more money you would make. Oh my God, your taxes would be higher. But if everybody made an extra $10,000, $20,000 a year, because that's what they should be making to begin with, what are they going to spend it on?
Right.
Like, I don't understand.
Goods and services that you guys own.
Right. You're actually cutting yourself out. You'd actually probably make more, You're
making us have no money to spend at your business.
Right.
I know, it is so short-sighted.
Yeah, just like the president going into Iran, short-sighted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
no, 100%.
Bring it back to it. It's all short-sighted. It doesn't... I don't get it, man. I don't.
To be a billionaire in an economy that you destroy, what does that mean for you?
You're a destroyer? Yeah.
You're the biggest... Yeah, right. Like, you have the biggest pile of trash over everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're... What is that? Light the country on fire and roll over its ashes type of deal? What's that saying? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what are you going to rule over? Or what are you going to have all your money for? I think they all should go back and read the French Revolution, is what I really think.
Bring back the guillotine.
Yeah, you keep pushing hard enough, everybody's going to get tired eventually, you know?
No, I think most people are there, and we're just complaining about it now. I don't know. We don't have anybody really rallying on our side that can do a damn thing.
I'm hoping for more Mondanis and Tallaricos. We'll see what Tallarico does and Platners. They're saying the right thing. Mondani is putting his money where his mouth is. But he's not national. He's just for New York. But I mean...
Right. That's what they say, localize. Like,
right.
Can be more effective locally. Which is true.
How was your votes in California this week?
I didn't see, but we're gonna end up with establishment Democrat Becerra,
Yeah.
So.
Hmm.
I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe he can get stuff done because he has experience. So.
What's his housing platform? I know y'all are having housing issues out there. Don't know.
I'm not sure on his. Yeah, I don't know if he has actual plan for it because I know it was mainly the San Jose mayor was talking big on his plan, and I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen much on Becerra. I just know he's very much in the pocket of the electric PG&E, the big electric company out here.
Gotcha.
So he's had issues and stuff. So we ain't getting any cheaper electric bills anytime soon.
Not with the war in Iran, we're not.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
That too. And that's where Iran's knows, like, that's the thing is it ain't just hurting certain pockets. It's going to hurt everyone's pocket.
Right.
Like they know this doesn't affect just the like oil economy is literally everything.
Right.
Like it's all economy, period. It's under the umbrella of that because literally everything is shipped. If you have a good or if you have something that runs on energy.
Right.
So even digital, like if you're not selling a service or a good, you still need the energy,
right.
Like
we should put a tinfoil hat.
Like they know.
We should have put a tinfoil hats on. I didn't make one. I think that.
Yeah, I got it under my hat. I got it lined just in case they come for me. They're always watching.
Because it just feels like they're like, oh yeah, well, data centers are going to take all your energy, and we're going to squeeze you that way, and I'm going to start the war in Iran on top of it to squeeze you that way as well. That way, I definitely squeeze out all the middle class. Then y'all have no money, and you have to bow down to all us billionaires and do what we want you to do. I don't think he's that. He does not have any forethought or brain like that at all. So I don't think that's true, but. Well, it feels like that just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah, no, I know. It just seems like he don't care. Okay?
No, he said he doesn't care. I do not think about the day-to-day Americans.
Oh, he's in the moment. That man lives in the moment.
Yeah,
for sure. He is not planning ahead for the future, or he thinks about the past because he can hold a grudge. That's for sure.
You know who is thinking of the future? China, as they sit on a $500 billion barrels of oil, building solar and building wind.
Yeah, running away with natural or like renewable energy, running away with it, like light years above us, and that's the future.
Yeah, we can bitch and moan all we want, but I was watching Mr. Global. He said there was like the 66,000 EVs, or however many EVs we've sold since we started selling EVs, is the reason our gas prices aren't at $7 a barrel or $7 a gallon right now. Just a little bit of EVs.
Because we've sold more EV.
Well, because
vehicles?
of the amount of EVs. Like if you were to take those EVs out of the marketplace and replace them with gas cars, just the EVs alone, it would have been closer to $7 a barrel, something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It would have been. I know that's probably what you're paying, but here he was running it on the national average. back when he said it. It was like at 420 a barrel, was the national average. He said it would have been like 720 a barrel, for a gallon. So
Yeah, because the higher demand.
yeah, more cars on it. It's still finite. I know we still got a truckload of it, but it's still finite, and it's still, we've got to do something.
It needs to. I mean, Iran had the right idea. It needs to be something that needs to be not for profit for these fucking oil execs, because even with these shortages, they're making more and more profits because they just make more money when you see the price tags go up.
But they're just as invested in renewables as anybody else is. They are. They own renewables too, all the oil executives. That's the funny part about it. And they just walked into his
because they know to play both sides.
Well, yeah, they know oil isn't going to last forever, so, and they're mostly in the energy business, so why wouldn't they be on all sides of that? We're not going to produce any more oil than what we were produced back under Biden, and everybody can go get mad and bent, but that's just the reality of where we're at in the country.
Oh, it's all natural gas now, right?
Yeah, we produce
That's
more
all we
LNG, but as far as oil is concerned, we are maxed on that. So we're not going to.
Well, don't we have like all of Alaska and like untapped too? Like, there's a lot of stuff, but
I see a video from Mr. Global right now. The Alaska National Wildlife Refuge is safe from being drilled. 36 minutes ago, he just put it out.
Oh wow, good. That's funny that I even mentioned that. Yeah, because I know that that's a like oil like ocean that is untapped, but it's like protected, rightfully so. But that's just the EPA's lifted now. What's stopping them? Like, if anyone's doing it, it's going to be this motherfucker.
I mean, maybe we could figure out how to drill sideways more. I don't know, because we can more. Maybe we'll figure out how to do it like this way.
Right. That it doesn't affect I drink your milkshake.
Right. We'll drill down at the top of Washington, underneath the ocean to Alaska, into it that way, and bring it back up.
Right.
I mean, we'll have to get to it eventually.
There will be blood,
right. Eventually. But maybe we can figure out how to do it. Once we can figure out how to do it more safer, I wouldn't have a problem with it as long as we're not destroying the refuge.
Right. Well, yeah, that's the problem.
Right. Like, wildlife needs to exist. That it all has a purpose, all of it. Whether we want to admit it or not, it all does.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't see that happening ever. There not being problems tapping that oil.
I mean, maybe somebody will put into ChatGPT something that's awesome and figure it out. I say that
all these data centers will pay off.
Yeah, they're not going to, but well, I'm over fucking Donald Trump for today. What about you?
Absolutely, yeah. Over talking to that guy. Let's lower our blood pressure. Woosah. No more Donald Trump, but hopefully that'll be the case in the near future. Fingers crossed.
I mean, we definitely have 2029 coming. 2029 is coming. Maybe 2027.
Is that the new Mayan calendar, or
huh? Is that what?
I'm just kidding. I was kidding. Like, is that the new Mayan calendar end of the world?
The Mayan calendar, yeah, really. I remember that's back when the internet was still semi cool. The Mayan calendar thing.
When conspiracies were fun.
Right. Well, they didn't know. It just ended. But a lot of people were like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to re-debate
they just started throwing conspiracies on it.
Let's not re-debate the Mayan calendar thing again.
No.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
until next time. Until we're effing over. I mean, it could be a Donald Trump episode next week. So until then. Like you're saying, like and subscribe.
Give us a comment. Tell us how we like boiled things down too far to like a narrow state of mind. I mean, we could elaborate, but I don't want to, and I don't have to. It's my channel. Anyways,
It's a discussion.
right.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Deuces.